Chapter 2. A Compassionate Gesture. In today's modern world, where the hustle and bustle of life often made people indifferent to the struggles of others, there lived a man named Roger Thompson. He was a beacon of kindness in a world that sometimes seemed to have forgotten the value of humanity. Roger firmly believed that the human spirit was the most precious thing in the world and that helping others, no matter the cost, was the noblest of pursuits. Roger was a man of simple means, living in a big city but owning a cozy farmhouse on the outskirts, where he found solace in the beauty of nature. His days were filled with the toil of his farm work, and his nights were spent in quiet contemplation. But it was his selfless nature that defined him, always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. One winter night, as Roger was making his way back to the city from his farmhouse, the cold wind howled around him, and the snow-covered landscape glistened in the moonlight. The city's bright lights were a stark contrast to the serene countryside he had left behind. But it was a sight on the road that would change the course of his evening. As he navigated the winding road back to the city, he noticed a small family huddled beside their stranded car. The mother, father, and their young daughter were shivering in the bitter cold. Roger couldn't help but pull over, his compassionate heart urging him to intervene. Approaching the family, he introduced himself with a warm smile. "I'm Roger. It seems you've run into some trouble here. Can I assist in any way?" The father, still disoriented by the situation, replied, "We hit a patch of ice, and our car slid off the road. We have no cell signal, and we're freezing." Without a moment's hesitation, Roger invited them into his car, cranking up the heater to combat the biting cold. He offered them warm blankets from the trunk, knowing that they needed shelter while they waited for a tow truck. As the grateful family settled into the car and engaged in a bit of small talk, Roger felt a sudden, solid object pressed against the back of his neck. Startled, he tensed up, and his heart began to race. A hushed, yet authoritative voice came from behind him, belonging to the mother of the family. "Son, you've done a great job by helping us, but now you need to do something else. Drive silently, and don't make any sudden moves." Roger was shocked, unsure of what to do. He glanced at the rearview mirror and saw the mother's eyes fixed on him with a combination of desperation and determination. It was clear that they weren't the innocent, stranded family they had initially appeared to be. "What's going on?" Roger managed to stammer, his voice quivering. The father turned to him and spoke, "We're not who you think we are, and we need your help with something urgent. Don't involve the authorities, and don't panic. Just do as we say." Roger couldn't believe what was happening. He found himself in a surreal situation, taken aback by the unexpected turn of events. He nodded in agreement, realizing that he had no choice but to obey their orders. As he continued to drive through the cold, silent night, his mind raced with questions. Who were these people, and what had they gotten themselves into? Roger's innate kindness and his belief in the goodness of humanity had led him into an entirely unexpected and possibly dangerous situation. The mother's voice interrupted his thoughts. "We appreciate your cooperation, Roger. We didn't intend for this to happen, but you're the only one who can help us now." With each passing mile, Roger's curiosity and anxiety grew. He couldn't help but wonder about the true nature of the family he had encountered. Little did he know that this chance meeting on a snowy winter night would lead him on an unforeseen journey that would challenge his unwavering belief in the goodness of humanity